heartily welcome to today's class. Today we will discuss what happens inside the nucleus of a radioactive substance when there is a alpha, beta and gamma emission. So, as a whole, radioactive substance is unstable. That is why there is a emission of radioactive rays. So here this radioactive substance which is unstable, it converted to the stable nucleus. How it is converted? By the self emission of alpha, beta and gamma radiations, and this self emission is nothing but this spontaneous decay. So this self emission, meaning that one, it means that we are not putting any effort. Without any effort, this unstable nucleus is converted to the stable nucleus by the emission of alpha, beta, gamma rays. We know alpha, it is a helium nucleus, so we can represent that one, it is He24. Yes, beta, it is nothing but it is electron. So whenever all these are emitted from the radioactive substance, there is a change in nucleon. So in alpha and beta emission, because alpha is a particle, beta is a particle, so when there is a emission of alpha and beta emission, there is a change in the nucleon. Means here nucleon means atomic number changes, atomic mass changes, because number of proton and number of neutron changes. But in gamma emission, there is no change in the nucleon, but there is a change in energy, because gamma, it is an electromagnetic wave. That is why there will be a. Now we will start when there is a alpha emission. So let us see that alpha emission. Alpha emission means here, but we know alpha is nothing but it is represented by helium-24. It means that in helium we are getting 2 proton plus 2 neutron. Okay, so when these 2 proton and 2 neutron they combine together, these 4 particles they come out from this nucleus of an radioactive substance as an alpha emission. So now let us take, this is substance X. Okay, so this is known as parent nuclei. Parent nuclei. Okay, nucleus. Here let it be, I have taken, this is atomic number, atomic mass is P and Q. When there will be an alpha emission, we know alpha He24. So it converted to X1. This X1 is daughter nucleus. Okay, so when there will be a emission, these are the 2 different substances. That is why I represent X. That one is X1. So here there will be a change in atomic number. It is -2 and atomic mass -4. Why -2 -4? Because here one helium particle is emitted. So one thing remember, if you are writing this equation, this law of conservation of mass always should be conserved, because here P -2 plus 2, so this one will be P, Q -4 plus 4, this should be Q. Okay, so this is the parent nucleus, this is the daughter nuclei. And if you are writing, it is like this. If it is X, P and Q, you are writing this one as alpha. If this one will be -2 and Q -4, this one is wrong. This concept is wrong because law of conservation of mass is not satisfied. Law of conservation of mass is not satisfied. Here law of conservation mass is satisfied. Okay, so here when you are writing, this cannot be. Otherwise, in this case also you can represent this one also, alpha 24 also it can be represented. So when and there is an alpha emission, what we are getting? We are getting x, let it be p, q, it is converted to x1, it is p minus 2, q minus q minus 4 plus let it be helium 24 or alpha 24. So in the periodic table, when we will see this one, in the periodic table it goes 2 steps back or 2 elements back to the periodic table. Okay, so one example let us take. Here example can be taken as, here let it be uranium. Uranium, it is 92, 238. 238. So it is one alpha emission will be there. So here what it is converted? It is converted to thorium. Alpha we cannot write here. So here it will be helium 24. Okay, so how much it will be? 92 minus 2 equal to 90 here. 238 minus 4 equal to 234. So what we are getting? Thorium 90, 234 plus helium 24. So 90 plus 2 equal to 92. Here 234 plus 4, 238. Okay, I hope you understand this one. Now let me go for beta emission. When there will be a beta emission, beta emission, it is nothing but electron. So we can represent this one as beta minus 10 or electron minus 10. This can be representation of beta emission. So now let us see, whenever there will be a emission, beta emission from this nucleus, so let it be X. Let the same thing I am taking PQ. When there will be a beta emission, I cannot write it like this, but let me explain you after that one I will write. So when there will be a beta emission, this atomic mass, it is remain unaffected. Here atomic mass, there will be no change in that atomic mass, but there will be a increase in 1 unit increase in the atomic number. So I can represent this one as now plus minus 1 0, means p plus 1 minus 1 equal to p, q plus 0 equal to q. So whenever there is a beta emission, in beta emission, atomic mass unaffected, but atomic number increases by 1. So if it is increases by 1 in periodic table, it is shifted to one element further. One element further it will be shifted. Okay, now the biggest question is that here we know beta particle, it is emission, it is a electron. Nucleus does not contain electron. From where does this beta emission takes place? This is the most important board question for us. Question is asked like this. Nucleus does not contain emission, but how this emission of beta particle is possible? Now let us see, let us analyze that one, what happens inside the nucleus. So inside the nucleus, one neutron changes to one proton plus one electron. This one is very important. Remember this one. If such question comes, if you are not writing this equation, you will lose 1 mark. Usually this question carries 2 mark in physics, but if you are writing this equation directly, you will get 1 mark and explanation will be another mark. So 2 marks. Obviously, if somebody knows this equation means it can explain. But if you are only explaining, you will lose mark. But that is why I am telling this equation is very important. So whenever there is a beta emission, neutron changes to one proton and one electron, and we know that this electron cannot be inside the nucleus, so it comes out as beta emission. It comes out as beta emission. Now let us see. So here now one proton will be more inside the nucleus. So that proton, which one it is more, will be increasing. So P, Q, here it is changes. So now it comes as X1. Now whatever, this one it will be P, number of proton. This number of proton will be more. So P plus 1 it becomes. Now neutron changes to proton. So number of atomic mass will remain same. Understood this one? Okay, so remember this one, it is more important for us. Now this gamma radiation. Okay, so in place of this one, gamma radiation. This gamma radiation, when there will be a gamma radiation, when nucleus is in the excited state. Excited state. Excited means what? It is more energy. More energy, or it has extra energy with it. So it has extra energy with it. Then only this emission takes place. So in this case, no change in mass number, no change in atomic number. Okay, so here what it can be? So if I am taking X, this one is same as usual, I will take P and Q. But here one thing, one star will be represented. The star will show that it is this excited state. So here the same thing we are getting P and Q. So along with that one, here we can write gamma radiation. Okay, this gamma radiation means it has this extra energy. And here in this case, gamma radiation takes away neither any mass number from this parent nucleus and no mass atomic number also changes. So both atomic number and atomic mass remains same. Okay, and one thing remember, question comes, when does this gamma radiation takes place? Gamma radiation takes place when nucleus is in the excited state. Then only gamma radiation takes place. And one thing remember, this gamma radiation can be along with alpha, beta. Along with alpha particle, gamma radiations can be take place. Along with a beta particle, gamma radiations takes place. Otherwise, simply also gamma radiation takes place. But one important thing, these two simultaneously cannot take place. Now let us see, we can able to solve it or not. Now, here uranium 92-238 changes to thorium when there will be a alpha emission. Now, you have to fill up this one. Okay, so all these cases I have given like this. Whatever the fill up are there, you have to solve it. So, you try, and after that one you check whether we are correct or not. Okay, so when there will be an alpha emission too, so in case of alpha emission, we know that 92 minus 2, so here it will be 90, because 90 plus 2 it will be 92, and 234 plus 4 238. Okay, got? So this one will be 90. Now let us go for radium. Radium, it is 86-222. Now it is converted to 84, polonium 84-218. So what it should be? it is, see that one, it is 86, it is 84. Obviously 86 minus 84 equal to 2 here. 2, 2, 2. So here 2, 2, 18. So difference equal to 4. So what is that one? Difference, element to substance we are taken, emission 2, 4. So what is that one? So helium equal to 2, 4. Here sodium, it is converted to magnesium. See, there will be increase in that atomic number. So in which case there will be, and mass number remains same. See, mass number remains same. In which case that one will be possible. In case of beta emission, this can be possible. So here what I can write? Minus 1, 0. Otherwise beta minus 1, 0 also it can be represented. So my 12 minus 1, it comes 11. 24 plus 0 equal to 24, and every time check that one law of conservation mass is satisfied, so that it will be easy trick for you to fill up these gaps. Now let us go for bismuth. In case of bismuth, what happens? In case of bismuth 83 214, it is converted to polonium when there will be a beta emission. So what to do here? We know in case of beta emission there will be a increase in that atomic number. So 83 will be your 84. So that 84 minus 1 will be 83. In case of beta emission, atomic mass remains same. So it will be 214. 214 plus 0 equal to 214. Understood? Now next one, it is here, it is X nucleus I have taken. Here it is a star. It represents in that excited state. So it is in that excited state. We know after that one gamma emission will be there. What is this particular substance we are getting? This particular, it is nucleus is nothing but this X only. Only there will be a emission of gamma radiation. Check your answers whether correct or not. One is another interesting. Now one question I have given you. Here it is a radioactive substance with atomic number 92 to 38, and it is after some emissions I will give you now. So at last it comes to X6. Okay, X6. What is the atomic number and atomic mass of S6? We have to find out. Let it be a beta emission, alpha, gamma, again alpha, again beta. Okay, so after all this emission, what changes should be there and what is that atomic number and atomic mass? Let us find out. Okay, done? Okay, now let us see. So when there will be a beta emission, atomic number increases by 1. That is why what it will be? 92 plus 1, it will be 93. And atomic mass remains same. Clear? Now here again there will be an emission. So it will be 93 plus 1. So it will be 94. And atomic mass remains same. Clear? Now let us go for X3. X2 converted to X3 by an alpha emission. So here 92 minus 2 equal to, 94 minus 2 equal to 92, and here 238 minus 4, it comes to 34. Correct? Now in case of X3 to X4, gamma emission will be there, but in case of gamma emission there will be no change. So here it will be 92 to 34. Then again alpha emission to X5. So 92 minus 2 equal to 90. 234 minus 4 equal to 230. Yes. Then comes your beta emission. In case of beta emission, 90 plus 1, it comes 91. And this one will be 230. Again check it. Check this answer, it is correct or not. Okay, now let me check. Here 92 beta emission plus 1, it comes 93. 238, 238. Again beta, so it should be 94. So atomic mass same, 238. Alpha minus 2, 92. Then it will be 234. Yes. Then gamma, 92, 234. Alpha, it should be 90, 230. Yes. It will be beta emission. So this one will be 91, 230. Now tell me, how many isobars? Who are the isobars? So now another one, isobars. Who are the isobar? Isobar means atomic mass remains same. Okay, so this one is one set of isobar. So I can write X, X1, X2 are one set of isobar. Again 234, no. Here X5 and X6 are isobars. X5, X6, another set of isobar. Okay, any isotope there? Let us see. Isotope, any isotope? Isotope is atomic number same. 92, 93, 94, 92. Yes, 9, X and X3. X, X3, 92. Then, yes. Another 93 anything comes, 93, no. 94 anything comes, no. Okay, so isotope. So now I can ask you one question. How many minimum alpha and gamma emissions should be there to get isotope of a nucleus? So question is how many minimum number of alpha beta emission should be there to obtain an isotope. Okay, so answer will be 1 alpha and 2 beta. Okay, now let us see. Let us analyze this one, how it comes. So in this case, what happens? For example, X I have taken 92 to 38. There will be 1 alpha. 1 alpha means X1, this one will be 90 and this one will be 234. There will be 1 beta emission, this one alpha. Beta emission, this one will be X2. X2 is 91, 234. Yes. Again there will be a beta emission. So in case of beta emission, this one will be X3. This one will be 92 to 38. Check this one, 92, 92. It comes or not? So how many alpha and beta minimum? So 1 alpha and 2 beta minimum required. Uh, 1 alpha and 2 beta minimum required to get this isotope of an Earth. Okay. Now let us see. This is another one. And here I have taken X6, and in case of X6, atomic number and atomic mass of X6 is given. So that is 69 and 172 it is given. And we have to find out what is the atomic mass and atomic number of X. So here it can be done in two ways. First of all, let us see the easy way. Then after that one, another way we will find out. Okay. So in that case, let this one equal to P, this one equal to Q. This is the easy method. First of all, let us check. Listen carefully. So when there will be an alpha emission, I can write this one P minus 2, Q minus 4. Agree with me? Yes. Then when there will be a beta emission, it will be P minus 2 plus 1. This one will be Q minus 4. Yes. So altogether what comes? P minus 1 comes. Okay. So again when there will be a beta emission, so what it will be? P minus 1 plus 1 q minus 4. So this one equal to p itself. So when there will be gamma emission, we are getting p q minus 4. Agree? When there will be an alpha emission, p minus 2 q minus 4 equal to q minus 8. Again, when there will be an alpha emission, you leave this one, let it be there. Okay, so minus, so p, it comes minus 4 and q minus 8 minus 4, it comes your minus 12. Now, p minus 4 equal to 69. This one already given. After calculation, we got p minus 4 equal to 69. So p equal to 69 plus 4 equal to 73. Got? Now, second one, q minus 12 equal to 172. So q equal to how much? 172 plus 12 is equal to 172 plus 12 is equal to 481. So here this p value, q value, what we are getting? So x, p equal to 73, q equal to 184. Got? Now, if such question will be given to you, after solving, again you go in that forward direction. Okay, then only it is correct or not, you can you can check it. Now, I am getting this one, it is 73. So if it is 73, so now this one is 73, 184. Okay, 73, 184. If it is 73, it will be 71 and it will be 180. So for beta, this one will be 72, 180. For beta, this one will be 73, 180. So this one is 73, 180. So here 180 minus alpha, 180 minus 2. So this one will be 178. 178, 73 minus 2, 71. 178 minus, 176. 180 minus 4, no, 176. So 176 minus 4, it comes to 172. 71 minus 2, it comes out. So our answer, it is correct. Let us start another numerical. So uranium nucleus, it is unstable nucleus converted to lead nucleus after many alpha and beta emissions. Now we have to calculate how many alpha and beta emission there. How many alpha and beta emission will be there. Now let us see what will be for answer. So here for number of alpha emission, the formula is difference in mass number divided by 4. So what we are getting? Mass number 238 minus 206 divided by 4, 32 by 4 equal to 8. Okay, so number of alpha equal to 8. For number of beta emission equal to 2 into number of alpha minus difference in atomic number. So 2 into 8, so 92. So 16 minus 10 equal to 6. Okay. So number of alpha equal to 8, beta equal to 6 for conversion from uranium to lead.